Namaste and catch my family, and welcome to another morning coffee with Rion
and Joseph.
How you guys doing out there today? Pleasure to be with you guys here, broadcasting live from Sedona, the Kingdom, and we have some amazing news for you guys. Updates. Me and my brother Joseph Anthony have come up with a nice little 1-2 knockout punch for you guys. Twice a month now, we're going to be getting together on the full moons and new moons to not only explain some of the things that's going on the galactic levels and the higher frequencies of reality, right? As well as some of the astrological events that are taking place and some of the things to pay attention to in your daily life. So without further ado, I'd like my brother to rip and explain some of the different planetary things and alignments that are happening right now on Earth.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we're coming into a full moon this month, and this one is going to be in the sign of Aries. So if you're in Aries or the opposite sign Libra or Cancer or even a Capricorn, you're going to feel this the most. But we're all feeling this energy. We could all feel it. It's so thick. And what makes this one so special, not just because it's in Aries, but the planet Uranus is going to be joining the full moon. That just adds another level of intensity, uncertainty, like it begins to vibrate at a higher frequency when that full moon is conjunct a planet like Uranus. Uranus in astrology represents sudden changes, innovation, sudden revelations, accidents, just space flight, different mindsets, breaking out of the old. And so this full moon is really about breaking out of the old. It's about seeing the world from a different perspective. And so as this energy comes in, it's going to be very strong, it's going to be very chaotic. And one of the things that I've noticed is that it's affecting electronics too. So your electronics start going haywire. And so even myself, I'm being affected by it. I know we talked about this.
Yes.
Everyone's kind of got electronic issues going on. So this full moon, because it's in Aries, it represents the self. Aries is a symbol that represents the self. So we're going to be thinking about where we are, where we want to go, what's happening to us, what is it that we want out of life. These are the questions that we're going to be asking ourselves during this new moon. So, and it'll also feel like people are kind of losing their grip on reality because it's such a high frequency that in relationships or connections with others may be a little challenging, and you want the strong desire to just break free. All right, that's what Uranus and Aries represent: freedom. And so it could be a little challenging to stay in a relationship or be around other people. The best thing to do is basically go out in nature and just get in alignment with this higher consciousness and realize who you are, which is a spirit being in a body, as I've always said.
Yes.
So we've got very intense energy coming in 14th and 15th of October, and at times it may feel very uncomfortable, and just ride through it. These are waves coming in, and full moons always bringing a little bit of tension or awareness or highlighting something about our personal lives as well as our relationships, because the sun is going to be in opposition to this moon, which is in Libra. Libra is the sign of the scales. It's about balance. And so we're trying to find balance as this energy is flowing through us. And so, it's a pretty intense weekend. So just be very mindful of what you're doing, especially while you're driving, especially being around others. Don't get wrapped up in that little whirlwind of chaos. Center yourself as best you can. Take 5 minutes, walk away, and just say, I realize who I am. I'm not feeding into any fear and anxiety, okay? Because the energy is very high. And I know they're also spraying here in Sedona big time. I mean, I'm watching one right now.
Yes.
And they've been doing this the last few days. So they understand when the frequencies come in like this, or the full moons or new moons get activated, or some of these cosmic alignments get activated, they use it to sort of manipulate the frequency. So it's something that we're well aware of, and all we can do is combat it and kind of rise above it. That's the key. Rise above it. Don't let it take you down. Don't take it personally.
Yes.
And so just do the best you can. So, but this is a very intense weekend, Rion. So, folks, just don't overreact. That's what I'm suggesting, because it's very easy with Aries and Uranus energy to just blow up, just like let it all out, all in a moment's notice, because that's the kind of intensity that's behind that full moon and that Uranus alignment. So if any of these things in your birth chart, it's actually going to be a full moon at 23 degrees for those of you keeping track. So anything at 23 degrees in your birth chart is going to be vibrating, and so you will be affected in that area, wherever that alignment is, or wherever that full moon is taking place in your birth chart. You know, it looks like a pizza wheel. You got these 12 houses, and so wherever that is going to vibrate there, and it's going to highlight all that energy in that one spot. So, you know, if you know your birth chart well, even better. You know, so you have a heads up of what's coming. You know, and I write about all this stuff in a newsletter, and I put out videos and stuff like that. And you know, this is just to help you guys out and give you a better understanding of the frequencies and how they're working. So. But
ready to rip?
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is a message directly from the Sphere Being Alliance. The shields that are around the sun are being dampened. It means that they're turning down the amount of shielding they're doing from our sun to actually monitor different territories on Earth to see which vessels are actually capable of maintaining and holding their field. All pillars of light around the planet are being tested in their merit, their integrity, and their force to shield and umbrella the populations that they're responsible for. Okay, teamwork is necessary right now, just as we make these videos for you. To also understand that your family of light spans this entire planet. We are all riding on the same ship. We are all on the same team. Our job is to make this transition into the higher frequency of vibration as graceful as humanly and angelically possible. Okay, now, the transition from 4th dimension to 6th dimension is happening very nicely. That's why some of the electronics and things that are happening, your 4D, your lowest night self, the next rung up if you're going to maintain a negative polarity is going to be 6D. Remember, 5D is your light side, 4D is your night side on the bottom. So 5 to 7, right? 4 to 6. Okay. Now, with some of those variations, and some of you guys who've been waiting for your uploads or reprogramming or higher levels of conscious streaming, to understand that to assist your 4D into adjusting into a 6D format, if that is the polarity they choose. Okay, so what else is going on? All right, this is what I want you to pay attention to and understand. Usually 2 days before a full moon or a new moon, they will dump chemtrails heavily. This is your, in your own inner knowingness, you understand that on that new moon and full moon, they're going to turn the towers back on to try to, you know, get some sort of a negative connotations based upon piggybacking the natural correlations of our solar system and our sun and our cycle. So to understand, these forces are not them whatsoever. They are piggybacking it and trying to modulate that frequency to serve their purposes. That purpose being creating a more chaotic environment, an environment or a play on a global stage that falls into their pocketbook of control. Do not be a unaware being. Do not be confused, and do not be in fear. Okay? The Sphere Being Alliance is here to assist you. They are monitoring everything that is going on the surface of this planet. Okay? So, when you see the chemtrails start 2 days before a new moon or a full moon, understand that, oh, here we go again. Let me express to you how they modulate the field. Okay, the top of your bird cage in every major city across planet Earth is going to be the cell phone towers. They're going to modulate a certain hertz range, usually around 900 hertz, to actually start that shaky, shaky, shaky thing, which actually starts to destabilize your frequency and soul stream. On the bottom of the cage, you have the entire electrical system, which runs through every single city grid or planetary grid on the planet that has electricity. Just remember, those copper wires which transfer energy to you can have a certain pulse ratio and modulation, which can be used to create an environment that is very full of anxiety, fear, doubt, and all of these lower thought form vibrations. Understand this, see this, rectify this. If you guys are in the United States or on the planet, green wave is an adapter that plugs into your outlet system or onto your main, which maintains a very steady, healthy hertz ratio, even though you're getting dirty electricity from the power plants and from the modulation that's happening. You can actually shield it right at the outlet. As far as the cell phone towers on these very high frequency days, watch your Wi-Fi. Cell phones, definitely put those in airplane mode when you're going to bed. Do not forget, especially, you know, twice a month, you guys just be on your A game. Understand that we are winning this fight, this battle, this negotiation. Understand that the 4th is shifting into the 6th dimension, and understand that the strongest vessels on this planet have no problem dealing with these lower frequencies of little children pretending they're something that they are not. Pay attention to some of the tests that you will be going through. Stay strong in your heart. Stay strong in your frequency. Stay strong in your love. Pick everyone else up around you. If you're walking through the streets or going to a party or going to your friend's house and you notice the look in all of your friends' eyes is scattered, if you are the highest vibrational being in that room, do your best to put your wings around your friends, your loved ones, and stabilize the field. The more you practice this, the more clearance you will be granted and monitored with to have a more sophisticated, more allotment of power in your life to be able to shield many. Right? So take these little tests that you get as your work curriculum. Okay, the frequency is going on. Sage, Epsom salt, Himalayan bath. Get in the pool, go to work out, get in the shower, start programming yourself to deal with the frequencies as they're being manipulated. Pretty soon they no longer affect you. If you go to lessemf.com, get the hoodie. I know it's $150. Planes, trains, and automobiles, definitely. If you guys want to get your own EMF, I know all you pattern makers and amazing creative beings out there, yes, you can go ahead and buy that shielding and sew it into whatever you want. My thing is that we are the counter. We are fully aware of every single operational location on this planet. We are fully aware of every single underground military base on this planet, and we are fully aware of every single operational thing on the moon. There is nothing hidden from us. What am I expressing to you is, as a steward down here, as I am, as my vessel is, to pay attention to some of the things that are trying to be manipulated and piggybacked on that are naturally occurring in our solar system for your benefit. Sphere Being Alliance is here to assist you and to make sure this planet has a very graceful transition. Let's stay positive out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of this Debbie Downer. All right, I'm switching back into Rion. Here we go. Hey, love you guys. Check it out. You guys are amazing. We love you. Here's the second thing, the most important thing. We chose this incarnation to have that fastest upload or fastest transition into what that higher frequency is. All of us who had past life karma that we're paying back, you guys hold your field, help your brothers and sisters. That'll be paid back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-fold. Why? Because you're having to do it in a very dynamic environment.
Oh, yeah.
Not only do you have to be a good person and help those, but you also got to do your cardio and protect yourself from some of these things being broadcast against you. Let's just let it be known across the planet. You're doing an amazing job. 1. 2, this is going to work out fantastically for everyone. 3, give none of your sovereign power to fear or loosh or any of these situations that are going on Earth. This entire night polarity, again, like I've said in past videos, needs to be put on a diet. Here's the conversations I have with my night selves that rock that frequency. I used to eat meat 7, 8 years ago. What was it? 8 years ago. Red meat, and I was a normal person coming up out of this unconscious zone. Now, I only eat fish maybe once or twice a month. Everything else is vegetarian. And I do actually have a couple eggs, sometimes, organic now. Here's the deal. I work out. Come on, give me that protein. Now, what I'm trying to say is that I'm working towards vegetarian, okay? And then vegan. Personally, me, I feel better. I feel more healthy. Check this out. In the same way that you've made that life change in your life, it's the same way you can express to your night selves, hey, if I can go on a diet, so can you. Knock it off. What I'm trying to express is as above, so below. It is like that. When you take your power back and not only, you turn from this, here are you at the bottom of this V. Here's your light, here's your night. This is my left side. I don't know if it's reversed on this camera. Light, night. You're the bottom of this V, right? As you begin to wake up, and here come your higher selves, giving the input to your stream. Here's your stream of consciousness right here. As you start modulating and seeing which polarity and choice point that you want to exist in, what type of reality you want to live in, all of your higher selves play a part in that. But to pay attention to, when you raise your frequency and take your power back, you are no longer the, I don't know what I'm doing down here, someone throw me an angel, I'm having a really hard day. You rather turn into a commander on your stream, where your vote is counted on the table, the round table, as this is my will, this is what I would like in my reality, rather than being told what to do. I want you to express that. That is what is being asked from some of us. Step up. Protect your family. Protect your loved ones. Be conscious. Be aware. Stop watching the Fox News, CNN, owned by the Democrats, and the Fox News, owned by the Republicans. Shiza show, which looks like a comic book that I can't even watch anymore because I can't believe out of 275 million Americans, we're left with these two jagaloons. Okay? I feel embarrassed for the rest of the planet watching this show going on right now in the United States. 100%. These are the most intelligent people that are want to lead our company, our country. Company, they're part of the SSP or the the ICC, right? But what I'm trying to say is that your sovereign right to be free and happy is yours. Your sovereign right to expand and accelerate your DNA is yours. Your sovereign right to make this incarnation the one that finishes strong so we can go home and or raise our frequency to a level of choice rather than being told where we have to go. Imagine that. After this incarnation, you kicked so much booty and stacked so much dharma, they go, hey, I'm going to the next life. I'm not taking that Tibetan Book of the Dead first choice. Go back right back into 4D where everyone's partying. I'm going to go, hey, Angel 1, Angel 2, check this out. I know who I am. Please step out of the way. I'm going up. Some of us who come from that place, some of us who dream on ship, some of us who remember Agartha, Atlantis, Lemuria, some of us who are old in these suits, to remind yourself, we chose this incarnation to not only assist our own karma, but to help our brothers and sisters, for some of us promised we would come back. If you are one of those beings who promised to come back and help your soul family, remember this, okay? Do not get caught up in the tapioca pudding level of consciousness they're trying to promote on this planet. You are far older than that, far wiser than that, and far stronger than that. So please, ladies and gents out there across the planet, I love you. Please act your age. All right, brother, anything else you would like to say?
Well, it is all about the self this weekend.
Yes.
So focus on that, realize who you are, and like Rion said, get rid of all the mind clutter, the nonsense.
Block, remove. You guys, if you got some things on your stream, block, remove, block, remove, block, remove. Hey, now's not the time to try to enable, right, poor behavior. Yeah. Now's the time to stay, if you can stay zen and help everyone, you're winning.
Inner peace.
But however, if you're helping a ton of people and it's starting to drop your frequency, bring you back into that thought form, that lower thought form, that fear, that anxiety, hey, pause. The connection's coming in. If you got an iPhone, they have a block contact feature on your phone. If you got an Android, I'm sure there's an app. What I'm trying to say is, ladies and gents, there's no reason why you can't, on certain days of the month, go, I am unavailable. Pay attention to that. No one said you can't just go, I'm going offline for 3 days. Love you. See you on Tuesday. No one said you can't do that, okay? This little 3D things that really make a huge difference. Get in the gym, get in that steam room. I don't care if it's a full moon or a new moon. You go work out, do your cardio, and when it's everyone's shaking and baking, you're sitting in the steam going, more eucalyptus, please. More eucalyptus. Can I have my robe? What I'm trying to say is, ladies and gents, choose the function which best serves you to balance your field. If you want to go and jump in the ocean, a lake, a stream, go off by yourself, find some friends that you love, okay? But take an action, and when those frequencies start hitting you, understand, here they go again. Be aware of what's happening. Brother, anything else you'd like to say?
Just remember, you came down here to help this planet raise its vibrational frequency.
Yes.
Okay? We chose to come down here at this time. This is something that happens about every 26,000 years, this cosmic alignment.
Yep.
And so we came here and we're trying to...
This is the show.
Exactly. we are doing our best to raise the awareness. And those that are manipulating behind the scenes don't stand a chance because they just don't get it or are not going to get it. We outnumber them.
Okay.
In large numbers.
And I want to say something too. Because I've been on the council on either sides of this duality game and this polarity game. I've been on the side of the control and on the side of the sovereign right and the Earth Alliance. Here's what I want to say to you. For all you guys being told that this is how it works, for all you guys being told, do your job, for all you guys being told, ladies and gents out there, that don't ask questions, follow orders. What I want to remind you is this life is very temporary. And as we shift from this suit to the next, or this life to the next, our lives are very short down here. Okay, say you make it 125 years. Fantastic, okay? Here's what I'm trying to say. Please do not misuse your power in this realm. And actually, when you cross, meet those that you misused your power to. And what you might not realize is some of those most awesome, innocent, and high vibrational beings are the ones you're gonna need, right? When you go to that judgment place or that life review place, please do not piss off the people that actually monitor this game. I'd really greatly appreciate that. And make sure when you're getting that check that comes in the mail once a month, understand that when you accept that, what you're actually participating in, and that I truly want you to not have to pay that karma. Pay attention to what you're doing. Again, everything's being monitored down here, and that goes to all my brothers and sisters, okay? I don't come from a place of fear. I come from a place of, if you're going to make a choice, at least know what the cost of that choice is. And please don't write a check that your soul cannot cash. My name is Rion. Pleasure talking to you guys, okay? You can find me at ascensionlink.com for sessions, okay? You can also find me at Etheric Tech for some light gear and stuff to assist with you. And my brother?
Joseph Anthony. You can find me at planetswithin.com.
Yes.
I do a monthly astrology and newsletter, all free. And I got a bunch of videos on YouTube as well, so.
Yes. And to be clear, to all my friends and family out there, I love all of you. To be clear out there, I extend my hand to all of you. We do. Our family of light does. I just want you guys to be aware that that love and abundance that you truly seek for the reason why you incarnated should be more important than sometimes the occupation or what you're being told to do down here in 3D. That is your strength, your choice, and just always know you are very loved. Name is Rion.
Joseph.
Pleasure talking to you guys. See you soon. Peace.